what's happened is that black people have simply been forced to reconcile with their poverty, and white people with their privilege.
And arrogance.
And arrogance, yeah. And, it's shameful. So, I mean, I speak here about how white people have gone out and spoken, get rid of Zuma, but they've never gone out and marched for return of land, or apartheid, or when there's been a black injustice or terrible tragedy in a black community, they're nowhere to be found. And but I think the ANC of today has become increasingly a party of white people. So I think why I've written No White Lies and about the lack of white accountability is because I'm trying to appeal to white people to shift their national consciousness from one of privilege and white supremacy and entitlement and arrogance, and I can go on a lot, to actually recognize the sins that you've committed in this country, whether it's through you or the actions of those that came before you. And you speak about national reconciliation, but white people aren't interested in reconciliation. So people like myself, we've never offered reparations. We've never knelt down before black people and said, forgive me for the great atrocities I've committed, not only under apartheid, but under colonialism. We cannot speak about reconciliation until we speak about being equal partners. And as it stands now, I'm a white privileged person, and black people are still children of a lesser God in what we would call a democratic government, and under what we once thought was a black government. But the ANC is day by day showing itself as a government that stands for the interests of whiteness rather than the dignity of the black child. And that's where the tragedy lies, not in white people thinking they're better. I mean, we know that's a false dogma, but it breaks my heart when we see black people buying into that notion. So that, that to me is a real expression of racism, that in the schools, black thought, black expression cannot be fully articulated. I think that's really painful, particularly because I think in this country we need to face inconvenient truths, that we don't have a democracy, that we don't have equality. So I think the book is just a showcase of truths that people don't want to face. And it hasn't been necessarily very well received by the white community because it implores them to gain a moral conscience and make reparations for apartheid.